Hello, guys. Welcome back to our channel. We're so excited to have you again. Why saying goes this without what goes around comes around? And we have heard via the social media and news media that Malami is actually the one behind what Ibrahim Magu, the suspended EFCC chairman, is currently going through. That's the proof that is currently going through, that everything is traceable to some allegation that Malami has written against Ibrahim Magu. But guess what? The table has turned against Malami, as some corruption allegation against him has been sent to Buhari by some group of civil society organization who are considered to be anti-corruption group. And the news have it that the anti-corruption group in Nigeria have submitted corruption allegations against the Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, Abubakar Malami, to President Muhammadu Buhari. Their letter was titled Compilation of Corruption Allegation and Abuse of Office. It was signed by the chairman, Civil Society Network Against Corruption, Olanrewaju Suraju, chairman, Center for Anti-Corruption and Open Leadership, Debo Adeniran, and co-founder Say No Campaign, Ezinwa Nwagu. The coalition called for the immediate probe of Malami to ensure a full inquiry devoid of interference. It insisted that there are very strong allegations Malami with clear evidence and urged Buhari to act immediately. We have listed these corruption cases after painstaking compilation of high-profile corruption cases involving the country's number one law officer. The president must act without delay, the group said. They told Buhari that his action has the prospect of determining the future of the anti-corruption campaign in the country. The allegation includes the alleged auctioning of sea vessels holding crude oil seized by the federal government, violating Section 31, Subsection 2 and Subsection 4 of the EFCC Act 2004. The coalition said Malami also authorized the sales of vessels by companies under EFCC prosecution for similar offense of illegal bunkering. This action was admitted by the AGF through his media aide, pleading presumption of innocence on the part of the accused in the case being prosecuted by the federal government through EFCC, the letter reads. The minister was accused of twisting the law to shield his family members, corrupt official, and institution in the most brazen manner. The AGF was blamed for the reinstatement of Abdulrasheed Miana, former chairman of the Pension Reform Tax Team, into the Federal Civil Service Commission without due process. Malami was accused of filing for the discontinuation of a 25 billion naira criminal charge against Senator Danjuma Goje without any justification after over 7 years of diligent investigation and prosecution by the Economic and Financial Crime Commission EFCC. He was alleged to have withdrawn criminal charges against soldiers accused of killing police officers and a civilian in the bid to aid the escape of billionaire kidnapper Bala Hamisu, popularly known as Wadume. The letter recalls that on November 18, 2018, Malami, through a lawyer from his office, Pius Akuta, withdrew a fraud case filed by the EFCC at Lagos High Court against John Abebe, younger brother to late Stella Obasanjo. It noted that the EFCC resisted the illegal move in the case before Justice Mojisola Dada on the grounds that the AGF has no constitutional power to take over a case filed in the court. The coalition cited withdrawal of a criminal case against the Chairman Code of Conduct Tribunal (CCT) Danladi Umar, demand for the withdrawal of the case against Mohammed Bello Adoke, Diazani Alison Madueke, and others involved in the Malabo oil scandal, suspension of investigation of alleged fraud in the Nigerian incentive-based risk-sharing system for agricultural lending. The AGF also accused of duplicity of payment of $16.9 million fees to two friends as new lawyers for the recovery of the loot traced to a former head of state Sani Abacha after a Swiss lawyer, Enrico Monfrey, who helped in the recovery, was fully paid by the previous government. The minister was indicted for halting the prosecution of former Comptroller General of Custom Mohammed Inde Diko through an alleged suspicion deal between the AGF and the immediate past DSS Director General, as well as shielding the ex-custom boss from the refunding of $8 million to the government. The group said their investigation suggests that Malami allegedly owned assets worth billions acquired after his appointment. Those listed were Rehan Hotel, worth about 500 million naira, located at opposite Aminu Kano Teaching Hospital, Zaria Road, Kano State. A property worth about 600 million naira located at Ahmadu Bello Way, Nasarawa, GRA, Kano. A newly constructed school at the back of Nitel at Gese, Phase 1, bringing KB State worth about 700 million. Others, a property allegedly built by Malami for his son, located at Gese Phase 2, Imbrini KB, worth over 400 million naira. A mansion known as Asba Arena, allegedly built by Malami for his second son, Asba Arena, an entertainment center worth over 3 billion naira, with a big blast plaza and kids playing center and hotel all combined in one expensive property. Malami was accused of using the official letterhead of the office of AGF to seek support for his son's wedding, and that he encouraged the defacing of naira and other currency to the embarrassment of the country, and in violation of section 21 subsection 1 and subsection 3 of the Central Bank Act of 2007. He was accused of allowing a breach of COVID-19 protocol and regulation, putting the lives of Nigeria at risk during the wedding of his son. The minister was said to have displayed his unpretentious hatred for the fight against corruption by writing a letter dated 16 December 2016 withdrawing the case of fraud filed against God's Day Orubebe, former minister for Niger Delta, in a case involving over 1.97 billion naira, on the grounds that there was no basis for filing the charge against him. The coalition said they believe in due process, which is why we have forwarded this petition to Your Excellency for investigation and action in order to restore the sanity of the core mandate of the administration to fight corruption, which at the verge of collapse as a result of the alleged abuse of power and office by the incumbent Attorney General and the Minister of Justice. That's the news. Quite a big one there, and it's coming from this group of people, and we're just wondering how they got all those information they did. Don't forget that before now there had been some of this thing popping up, when some allegations were leveled against him, especially when the issue of his son. There was a building they claimed that he allegedly built for his son, and also when the son's wedding came viral. We all saw what happened, so much splash of money everywhere and all of that. And for me, I felt that was really wrong, because it's against, CBN monetary policy, very wrong. But for other allegation, I'm just wondering how they came by it. Most people believe that all these things may have been fronted by, who knows, maybe EFCC or some other persons who have been watching him from their side eyes. But getting so much details like this, it's really surprising. And publishing this kind of thing in one of the national dailies in Nigeria, it's really surprising. Well, the truth of the matter is, it can be covered. This, whatever you have done in Nigeria, the truth is it can be covered. It will be exposed, and if this administration doesn't do well with it as per investigation, some other ones will come up which will look look deeply into it, and it's really troubling to see this happening. Don't forget that Buhari had said that some persons whom he had handed over power to had betrayed his trust in them, though he was talking about the issue of NDDC. But I believe that he has gone far beyond that, because what we are seeing right now clearly shows that there are a lot of things yet unresolved. Don't forget that Ibrahim Magu also is facing his own probe, but for until now, we've not heard anything reasonable coming out from the Salami led presidential probe committee. We're still waiting for the final report to come out. This one is for Malami. Let's see what the responses Malami will give. Don't forget that before now he has filed some suit against some persons who came up with an allegation like this one. When they talked about him building houses for his son, he said no, that his legal person representative said no, he never did that. But this one is a fresh one. Let's see what his response will be. That's where we're going to leave it. Go to our comment section. Let's interact. Thank you.